Getting ready to go run some errands here in just a little while, so I thought that I would sit down and do some makeup, and I thought I'd go ahead and turn on my camera. I'm going to take you through everything that I'm going to use. This is just, I'm going to try and make this really quick, but once I get to doing stuff and chit-chatting or whatever, you never know how it's going to turn out. So I want to go ahead and go through some of the products that I have been using, and also I want to go ahead and test out the new Hourglass powder that I got, and then a Koki eyeshadow palette that I showed you in my last haul video. I'm going to start out with a little bit of the Charlotte Tilbury, and this is the Wonder Glow. This is a really pretty formula on the skin. It has just a tiny bit of a tint in it. As you can see, there's just a little bit of a tint in it. It's kind of like the Tom Ford Shimmer Shot, but not as shimmery. And it just gives you just a little bit of a radiance to your skin. In case I start chit-chatting a little too much or whatever, or I skip over showing or telling you what I am using, just know that everything will be gone over at the end of the video, or I'll mention everything down there in that comment box below. I'm going to use the La Mer. This is the foundation. So I've got just a little bit of it on the back of my hand. Right now, I have got brand new little quail, bobwhite quail baby that has just hatched. My husband and I, we are licensed with the Texas State Parks and Wildlife to have the bobwhite quail. They're just beautiful little birds, and right now they're just they're not as plentiful as what they used to be. So we started breeding them. In fact, last year, it was about this time when I started doing my channel. It'll be a year next month that I've had my channel going on. And a lot of the videos, because I did have them here in my room with me for a long time, and then they just started getting really noisy, and so I kicked them out into a spare bathroom. And but they're beautiful little birds. They make beautiful noises. So hubby and I, we go ahead and we pull the eggs from, from the hen house out there, or the big flight buildings. We have them in big, huge flight cages with rooms, actual rooms built onto there, so that they can get in and out of bad weather. Of course, most of it is already covered anyway, and it's got wire all the way around it. But I mean, they're very big. We don't keep any of the birds in real small, tiny little confinements or anything. We want them to experience, as much of a natural habitat as we can while they are being housed. So anyway, right now I have got 120 eggs in an incubator, and the first baby of the season has just hatched out. Oh boy. Yeah, let the fun begin. I'll add a little clip somewhere in here so that you all can see. They're so cute. They really are. It is so fascinating, watching them come out of that little egg. And, they just, I don't know, it's just like they're born with this little natural instinct that they start eating and drinking, just very quickly on their own. So I just love them and adore, have a lot of fun doing this. It is a lot of hard work, I'm not going to deny that one bit, but just giving back, to Mother Nature, we really do enjoy it. Right now, my husband, he is in China. He's been there for almost a week now. That has left me with doing everything. Home, business, animals. I mean, yard, everything has just, kind of been left up to me to do. And hubby, he loves his yard grass mowed, looking beautiful. And I'm trying to maneuver heavy sprinklers around. I am heat sensitive. Luckily, we got some rain this morning, which I think will help a lot. there was a couple areas that the grass was starting not to look very presentable. And I was like, you're gonna die, because I am not wagging that hose clear over there. These are like those heavy duty, you know, construction or whatever hoses. They're red and big and heavy and like 100-foot hoses. I'm not a fireman, right? I'm going to use this brand new Hourglass powder that I got here. So I have just kind of dumped off a little bit in the top here of it. I love the packaging of this. What I'm going to do first is take and go ahead and try and set my under eye here and see how it works out with that. It definitely set the under eye really nicely. Really nicely. I do like how that looks. I call it a little stippling brush. It's real sparse up here at the top of it, of the bristles. They're not real packed in there. That's what it looks like. I'm going to take that brush and kind of just dab it in here in the top of that powder. What I have been doing is whatever powder I'm going to use, this is a little process that I've been doing. And for me, it has just been working really good. The other thing what I've been doing is I haven't been setting all of my face, like all around my mouth area here. I haven't been powdering it because I've got so many lines around my mouth, and I just think that the powder kind of accentuates those a little bit. I don't really powder around this part of my mouth at all, or you know, down in this area. There's no radiance to it at all. It looks really pretty on my skin. I do like that. This is the Guerlain. This is the Meteorites in a compact. Another thing what I've been doing is just going in with my little stippling brush. This is one of these products that I'm trying to use up. Hubby got this for me in China when he was over there. He loves to bring me home nice little makeup and handbags and things. So he brought me back this Guerlain. And it's kind of a little bit on the light side for me, but I just kind of use it just sparingly. So it's just like one of those skin perfector things with all of the different spheres of the colors. You can see it's got all the little different colors in it. So this is just one of those things I'm just really trying to use up right now. I do want to go ahead and put a little bit of the City Lips on and going ahead and let it started. I've used it several times now. I do like it. I like how it just really hydrates my lips. But what I've been doing, I let it sit about 2 or 3 minutes on, and then I dab it off. Then I go ahead and do a lip liner or a lipstick, whatever else I'm going to do. It's the Hourglass. I'm going to list everything down below. This little brush, I love this little IT Cosmetic brush. One Sweep Wonder. I really love this for highlighting, for bronzing. It's just, it works so wonderful. It's just really nice and thin. So I just kind of just swirl it around. The other thing that I like it for is because it is very slender, I can go ahead and just take it down one side and then down the other side of my nose. I've got a little microfiber towel. So every time after I'm done with one of my brushes, eyeshadow brush or whatever, I just sit and just go back and forth on the microfiber towel just to get a lot of the powder or the product off of the brush so that's not just, you know, sitting on that brush. I mentioned that Robert is over in China right now, and I have got him looking for that La Mer, the brand new cushion foundation that launched. Can't find it anywhere here in the United States yet. Don't know if they're going to bring it to the United States. It's just frustrating when companies do that to us, where they come out with the whole limited edition things. There was a MAC collection that came out not very long ago, this one here, and I got the eyeshadow palette and the blush and everything. I mean, it was there and then it was gone. A couple haul videos ago, I did pick up a Tom Ford eyeshadow brush. This is the 13. I have the number 11, and I love it. Love it. And so I wanted to go ahead and pick up the number 13 and try it. I'm going to use this, pick up the Koki eyeshadow palette that I got. This is a nice, nice weighty palette. Looks like these two are the only two that are shimmers and the rest of them are matte shades. And I'm just going to go ahead and pick up just a little bit of that darker color and work it and see what we get. This Tom Ford eyeshadow brush, this thing is amazing. It's so soft. I do have a few errands to run. I need to go buy Tractor Supply. I thought that I had everything all ready for all of these little babies that are going to be hatching, but I need the bedding that I put them in. I do like this eyeshadow formula. It's very nice. It looks like, it doesn't look splotchy or patchy or anything. I am not getting any fallout whatsoever, so I really do like that a lot. I think I'm going to go ahead and deepen up that little crease area with a little bit of this really pretty pink shade right here. So I'm picking up a little bit of that one. I'm just going to keep it in that little crease area. I want to go ahead and put this pretty shimmery pink. I'm just going to go ahead and just pack it on my lid here just a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and go back in on the same brush, but I wiped it off. Just get a little bit of these two colors here, a combination of them, and go underneath that eyelid. I woke up this morning and checked my emails, and I had an email from QVC telling me that it's easy pay. Yes, I love that easy pay. I am so bad about that, but it's just, you know, it just really kind of helps out sometimes. And a lot of times if I don't like something or if it doesn't fit, because companies are always so quick to take your money, but then when you return something, it's like they take forever to give you your money back. I turn my ceiling fan off. I'm going to use a little of the Algenist Splash. Nice little hydration. I do love this one. It's very nice. I've got several others, but I am really making a conscious effort to really pull things out that, you know, are like halfway done and use them up. There's so many things that I have opened up that I just like, I've got to use this up, and I do love this. And then there's so many things, new things that I want to try. So I'm going to go fix my hair and change my clothes, and I'll be right back. Let me go ahead and give you my final thoughts on the Hourglass The Veil Setting Powder. I do like this powder. It did set my under eyes, the concealer, very nicely. It also did set my foundation very nicely. I do like the packaging on this. I think that the added little dome-shaped bowl here is a very, very nice feature for this powder as well. If I would have bought, or if I could have gotten a sample of this powder instead of committing to the full size here, I probably would not have purchased this powder, just to be perfectly honest with you. It is a nice powder, but for me it is not something that just really wowed me, that really just blew my socks off, to be completely honest with you. But it is a nice setting powder. I mean, it's just kind of like one of those that's, I don't know, the Too Faced Born This Way powder, the Too Faced, I think it is called the Peach Perfect. This one is really nice as well. There's just other powders, the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. Those are just really nice as well. This one just really didn't, you know, just blow me away, to be perfectly honest with you. But, you know, I mean, that is just my honest opinion on this. If it would have had just a teeny tiny little hint of maybe a little bit of a radiance in it, then I really would have liked this. But it was just, I mean, it was just another setting powder, nothing really special to me. Alright, now on the Kokie eyeshadow palette, I really did like this a lot. I really like how all of the colors just really did blend nicely. There was no fallout of them at all. Now, I do want to point something out that I was looking here at this and I was like, ooh, you just kind of remind me a little bit of another palette. For instance, the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes palette, this one right here. A lot of the same kind of color concepts, kind of, sort of, all right? But then I thought, well, you're still kind of reminding me of another palette in a way, with some of the colors that are in it as well. The Vis Artrice palette, Here is it. So I'm just looking at these, looking and thinking, you know, with these two palettes together, you can see it, kind of see the similarities in the colors that are over in here. They're not completely the same, but you know, they're basically just about the same color range to me. If these two palettes over here is something that you have been wanting to try, I would go ahead and pick up this Koki, because for me there's just so many of them that are just really close in the color range. I did want to mention that I took a little bit of this You Are the Bite Beauty, the prismatic stick that I have just fallen so much in love with. This is the swatch of it. This is just the perfect little lip topper to any lipstick. I mean, just beautiful. Any type of a nude lipstick, it just gives just that little extra oomph. And I have also even put this here on the apples of my cheeks. It's just a beautiful little product. And you know, with it just being just one color, you can just, I mean, get so many different looks out of, you know, so many different lipsticks. I do want to show you a little bit here. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Pillow Talk, okay? So I'm going to lay just a little bit of that Pillow Talk down. I have another one here. This is a Lancome. I can't tell what this one is called. So here are these two different shades here. So you can see that the Pillow Talk is this one right here. And then that Lancome one is over here, and I'm not sure the name of it. But those two are different colors, right? Obviously, they're different. But if you take just a little bit of this Bite Beauty Prismatic and just put over top of these, look what it does. See how it just kind of like changes it? It's just beautiful. I am loving this. I'm going to have to pick up some more of these. I love this Bite Beauty thing. It's fabulous. There they are again. See how it just kind of added just that little extra oomph to the Pillow Talk? I love it. Alright ladies, that is going to do it for this video. I need to go run a couple errands. I got to go down to Tractor Supply and pick up some stuff for that little baby bird. And there's going to be 119 more of them following within the next few days. 119 baby birds, and I still have eggs that are coming out right they're laying out there right now. So oh my word, I mean, I better get my running shoes on because it's gonna be crazy. It's just all right ladies, that is all that I have got. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much for hanging out with me, and as always, I wish you all a safe and wonderful day. Bye. I used the Charlotte Tilbury. This is the Wonder Glow Instant Soft Focus, to use as a little bit of a primer and also to give my skin just a little bit of a radiance. I used La Mer. This is the Soft Fluid Long Wear Foundation. Each inside corner of my eyes, I used the MAC Prep and Prime Highlighter in Radiant Rose. My concealer is by Makeup Forever, and it is the Ultra HD Concealer. To set the concealer and the foundation, I used the new Hourglass Veil Setting Powder. For bronzer, I use the Hourglass. This is the Luminous Bronze Light. I use the Laura Mercier La Mare Exotic Face Illuminating Collection. This is the packaging that it looks like. And for highlighter, I use this little pink shade up here. And then as my blush, I use this shade here. To prime my eyes for my eyeshadow, I use the MAC Paint Pot in Soft Ochre. My eyeshadows is by Koki, and this is the Artist palette, and I love this palette. Fabulous palette. Those are what those colors look like again. Tight lining, I use the NARS Larger Than Life Long Wear Eyeliner, and the shade that I chose is the Via Veneto. My eyebrows, I used a little bit of two different ones. One is by Wet n Wild, and this is the Color Icon. And then I also used a little bit of the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. Bottom lashes are MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. My top lashes is by Guerlain, and it is called the Cils de-Empheur Mascara. For a little lip moisturizer and a tiny little bit of a lip plumper, I used the City Lips. For my lip liner, I chose Laura Geller Pout Perfection Waterproof Lip Liner, and the shade is in Tulip. For lipstick, I used the Guerlain Kiss Kiss, and then the shade is number 565. And it is that one right there. To give my lipstick just a little more oomph, I went in with the Bite Beauty, and this is the Prismatic Multi-Stick in Pink Pearl. And this is the final shade that I came up for my lips. And to set all of my makeup, I went in with the Algenist Splash Setting Spray. And I almost forgot, I did use just a little bit of this Guerlain Meteorites Compact, and the shade is Medium 3.